you like somebody and you want to shoot your shot, I would say just shoot your shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, the worst that they could say is no. And at the end of the day, you know that you spoke up and you said what you needed to say, you know? And if they receive that, then they receive that. If they don't, then they don't. Okay, y'all, what's goody? We are back again with another YouTube video, whatever the case may be. Today's a different video. I'm going to be doing a little Q&A, you know, something different from my channel. Y'all get to know me and stuff like that. So like the video, subscribe, all that stuff, and let's just get into it. So the first question is, what's one thing you dislike about the opposite gender? Okay, so I have a family made up of mostly women, and I've always had female friends. So like, it would probably be the gossip for me. Like the messiness and the gossip, always telling somebody else's business. Like, I don't know, it's like that's that thing of when the girls get together, they be like, girl, let me tell you what happened, or this happened, da 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 da. I don't like the gossip. That's one thing that I do not like the most. Like, it's just like, ew. Like, who was your first crush? My first crush, y'all, it was my best friend in 5th grade. He was the cutest thing to me. He is the reason why I figured out like I liked boys so early on in my life. He lived around the corner from me. We always rode the bus together. Like, would you ever date someone you met online? Yeah, I would date somebody online, and I have done that quite a few times. I am a gay man, so it's hard to find other gay people in your city. Well, especially for me, if I go to Chicago or something, that's just like, it's gonna be easier for me to find somebody. But where I live at, it's not giving out here. Apparently only niggas really want is sex, and they don't really want like a real relationship. Like, it's not giving that for them. Where I live at with men here, they suck and they don't serve me any purpose, so I'm just gonna go out somewhere else in like Wisconsin or like Chicago or something else outside of my environment. That's where I'm gonna find somebody that's gonna be worth anything, you know what I mean? So of course I would date online, and I still do date online. Not far as fuck, but at least an hour, 30 minutes close to me, you know? If you could not experience pain, what would you do? I really wouldn't know what to do. Happiness, pain, sadness. I feel like you have to experience that, because it's like when you experience pain, you go through that shit, and then once you've experienced it, you know you did not like that, you would try your best to avoid feeling that type of pain again. You know, you learn from your mistakes, or you learn from your experiences, and I feel like experience is the best teacher in the world. Going through that pain, it sucks and it's not easy, and it's hard to overcome pain, but once you do, it's like, okay, now I know what to do for next time. I'm not gonna do that again. I'm not gonna go through that again. Try my best to not go through that again, at least, you know? So pain is necessary, sadness is necessary, all of that stuff is necessary. So do you have a crush on anyone? I'm gonna be 100% transparent and yada yada yada. I'm single, and I'm not really like committed or tied down to anybody just yet. They gotta show me, like, they gotta show me that they committed and they wanna be with me. Like, the situation just has to be good. Like, I can't just be fucking on anybody, or like, you know, trying to commit to just anybody. The situation just has to be right. I know exactly what I want, what I need in a relationship. That's way more important than what I want. You gotta be treating me good. Like, you just have to have all the qualities for me to want to be with you. So if I'm crushing on somebody right now, I'm just seeing where things go. And if things go good, then yeah, a crush could definitely develop. But right now in this moment, no, I'm not crushing on nobody. But yeah. What would you do to let someone know that you're interested in, What would you do to let somebody know that you're interested in them? I would just let them know exactly how I feel. Like, I'm just gonna tell you like straight out together, or like, you know, I think you're cute, or I think you're interesting, whatever the case may be. You know, I would love to get to know you, but if you already got somebody, you know, I totally understand that, and it's no love lost. Like, I would just be honest. When you like somebody and you want to shoot your shot, I would say just shoot your shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, the worst that they could say is no. And at the end of the day, you know that you spoke up and you said what you needed to say, you know? And if they receive that, then they receive that. If they don't, then they don't. Do you simp for any streamers? Don't judge me, right? And don't go to that nigga and be like, oh, da 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 da, because ain't nobody got time for that. But Tibby's room, for some reason, it's given. Like, don't judge me and don't go to that nigga's page, because I swear to God, I will literally delete my whole entire channel. How many partners have you had? We're gonna talk about like sexual partners if we're gonna get TMI. I've only had 2 sexual partners, and I think that's kind. Like, I think that's good. Like, I'm not really giving it all out to people. Like, this is very exclusive. Like, me and my mini-me is real exclusive out here. Now, if we was to talk about relationships, I've only really been in like 2 relationships. hella situationships, and that shit is unfortunate. 9 times out of 10, they played me or they betrayed me. So I'm always gonna do what I need to do at the end of the day. You know, I'm a man, so I gotta, you know, act right out here in these streets, and that's what I do. And I hold myself to a higher standard, so I'm not gonna ever play nobody or do them crazy, you know. I wish I had more relationships, but I don't. At the end of the day, gay or not, men are still men at the end of the day. And niggas ain't shit, so we just gonna continue on. What things are you shallow about? Okay, if I'm gonna be real, and I'm not trying to be like no type of way, I swear. I'm not shallow at all. Like, I really don't care. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care what somebody look like. I don't care what they got, what their title is, nothing. I don't care about none of that. I swear to God. You gotta have a car. Like, you gotta have a car, you gotta have a license, honestly. But if you don't live that far from me, honestly, like, low-key, you don't really care. I don't mind driving to somebody, you know, that I like. Like, you know, if I really want to work and I really want to commit and I really fuck with that person, like, I'm not going to mind going out to see you. Like, I don't care. I'll even encourage you, like, yeah, get your license, get your, you know, your car. I'm not shallow at all. I've met a lot of shallow people who are very shallow and materialistic, and that's just not me, and I don't gravitate towards people like that. So would you break up with somebody over text? I have, you know, I broke up with somebody twice over text, and that was very unfortunate, but I mean, it is what it is. I don't want to break up with you in person, because I'm probably not even gonna break up with you. I'm probably never gonna say it. Like, just to see them and be like, you know, you gotta think about what you're gonna say. You gotta try to cry. Like, that shit's a lie. So breaking over text is easy, but it's more respectable if you do it in person. But it's like, damn, that's the last time that I saw you, you know? Have you ever been cheated on? I was never cheated on in none of my real actual relationships. Now, if you want to talk about being betrayed in situationships all the time, especially after it was established, like, yeah, we're in the talking stage, or yeah, I'm talking to nobody else but you, then I come to find out niggas was lying the whole time. Talking to Joe and Jaden and Braden and Sam and Leo, okay? Like, I was just at home, minding my business, chilling, being loyal, and it was just talking to other people, and that was very unfortunate, and that's why I had trust issues for so long. I would never cheat on my partner. I feel like that's the lowest thing you could do to somebody outside of, obviously, you know, domestic violence or anything like that. Have I been cheated on in relationships? No. But have I been fucked over situationships? Yeah. That's where most of my pain comes from, but whatever. Have you ever friend-zoned somebody? I have. I think I only friend-zoned like 2 people, but I feel like it's more. I feel like it's more to come, and that's very unfortunate, but it's like, I friend-zoned 2 people so far, and I friend-zoned them because I just felt like they were too young for me. If you friend-zone somebody, like, they have to respect it. Like, they really don't have no choice but to respect it, and they can't be mad at you for that. And if you get friend-zoned, you gotta respect them too. Like, you cannot be acting like that friend. Like, you can't be acting like that friend. What is your favorite anime? My favorite anime is Danganronpa. Like, and if you don't know, you can just hop on it right now. Like, I love that. I love anything where, even in reality TV shows, any anime, whatever, it don't matter. Shows where the plot is somebody gets eliminated every episode, or somebody gets killed off every episode. I love the elimination plot of it all. We're getting picked off one by one. I think that's why I like Scream, and I like, you know, horror movie slashers and stuff like that. Somebody getting picked off every episode or one by one. I love that. It's something about it. I love it. Would you prefer that it's somebody younger or older than you? Somebody younger than me, but they have to be like 2 years younger than me. Like, that's honestly the max that I would do. I would never date nobody 3-year age gap and they're younger than me, or 4 years. Fuck no. I've been thinking about that recently, and I'm like, yeah, I really cannot do that. Like, I have to have open conversations about that, y'all. I'm 21, okay? So if somebody's 4 years younger than me, that means they're still a minor. I'm not fucking with you. I'm so sorry. Like, I personally would not do it. I would date older, but like, the oldest that I would date is like 23 or 24. So that's like 2-3 years. I don't know. Like, I don't know, y'all. What is the most romantic thing that's ever been done for you? The most romantic thing that's ever been done for me, like I said, I've only been into a relationship, so the most romantic thing would have to be getting portraits drawn of me. My second ex did that stuff. I really wish that I had them still. I mean, I have one of them, but like, it's kind of like sad to go look at, so I don't ever look at it, but I do keep it in a special place. I really don't care, because that was a self-portrait, and I'm not getting rid of it. Why would I ever get rid of something like that? I've never had anybody draw me me ever. So I'm always gonna keep that for the rest of my life. I did rip one of them because I found out some shit. And I was like, yeah, nigga, you're cut. But you know, the other one, I have it. So, I mean, would you ever consider being in an open relationship? Fuck no. What's the biggest turnoff in a partner? I feel like my biggest turnoff in a partner is somebody who lacks understanding, or like they're obviously like unloyal, like they're disloyal as fuck, like they cheat and they lie and shit like that. We're adults, like there's no reason for you to be lying to me about nothing, especially like don't be out here cheating on me. The fuck? So off of that, if you was gonna cheat, you should never got in a relationship with me, period. You should never lie to me. Lying, cheating, that shit is dead. That's the biggest turn off. Have you ever had a missed connection encounter? I have, and that's actually kind of sad. Basically, I met somebody and he was so amazing. Like to this day, like he's so amazing, and we talk sometimes. But me and him agreed to do, you know, a romantic situation, you know, start talking or whatever. And he was amazing, y'all. Like he was like God-fearing. He was thoughtful, considerate. He was an understanding person. Loved God. Like I just have to say that he loved God. And we knew what we wanted. Like we knew exactly what we wanted, and I feel like we were compatible. But you know, he wanted to focus on bigger and better things, higher and way more important than us. So I respected that, and we're just strictly friends now. But yeah, that was a missed connection. Are you in love, or is it just lust? Be real. I'm not in love, y'all. I was in love, and that nigga did me dirty. He threw me away like I was garbage. I was literally the perfect man to him, and he just didn't give a fuck, and that was very sad. And he showed me he didn't give a fuck, but I was still trying to fight for his dumb ass. But it's all good, y'all. It's all good. Like right now, I guess you could say I'm in lust, but I'm, you know, hoping for love. You know, like I'm hoping that love finds me, and I hope that what I'm doing right now could lead me to love. But right now it is lust. But I wish that it wasn't. You know, what's the most embarrassing thing that your parents have caught you doing? Okay, so y'all know that I'm gay, right? So everybody watches, you know, porn, and it's totally normal. Like our parents was doing that shit too. They had magazines and fucking TV channels and shit. So it really was not nothing new in life, you know what I mean? But I got caught watching that, and then I got told on by somebody who wasn't even part of the family for real. And then that nigga yelled at me and made me feel like a very disgusting person, and them niggas really made me feel like they did not love me, or I was not loved at all, you know? That shit sucked. That was embarrassing. That was mortifying. That was a horrible experience, and that shit never happened. It should never have been handled that way. That's not how you do your child, you know what I mean? Don't be yelling at them because they watching something. Like they're literally just exploring what they like. They're not out here in these streets doing nothing crazy. They just watching a little video, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to see what they like in private, and that should be kept in private, you know what I mean? Like the whole world don't gotta know what your child done looked at. You know, you have that conversation with them and try to understand why they feel that way, why they like that, you know. Don't be judging them and having other people yell at them thinking that, you know, I ain't even gonna go down that lane because I know I'm gonna get mad. But anyways, y'all, I hope you liked the video. Those are all the questions that I was getting asked and stuff, so I was tallying them up over the past couple months. I hope y'all enjoyed it, you know. Drop down below in the comments what else you want to see from me, whether it's reactions, if it's, you know, vlogs, mukbangs, story times. I got you. Like, it really don't matter. Like, I got you. I will see y'all in the next one. Like the video up, subscribe, and deuces.